You can't see my setup right now, but I'm currently watching the Melon Music Awards and TXT just came out, so that's really great. Anyways, hello guys, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have missed talking to a camera for the longest time, but I have just been so busy and I'm so sorry about that. But for today's video, I will be filming a plan with me. I know this is a little bit late, but I've been meaning to get to this video for a while. Anyways, oh my god, TXT looks so good. I have never done one of these videos before, but I do bullet journal, so I kind of wanted to show you guys how I do that. So without further ado, let's just get on with the video. Hello, it is voiceover Giselle here, and wow, this year has really flown by. It's crazy. Also, I wanted to show you my November monthly layout so you can get an idea of what I'm about to do. I was kind of experimental with the monthly layout, but like not really. I was experimental in the sense that I did an individual box for each day rather than sort of doing like a grid layout, which you will see, where all the boxes are clumped together rather than spaced apart. And the reason why I went back to sort of making it a grid again is because I found that drawing each individual box was very time consuming, and I'm all about efficiency. As you can see, I did not do a cover page for the month of December or any of my months because I find that it is a waste of time. Not hating on those who do it. It is fun to collage and sort of make a cover page. I just find that I don't have time for it, and that's sort of what I like about bullet journaling, is that it's very customizable to each individual person, and so I find that I experiment a lot with it, and I think that sort of creative freedom is what makes me want to do it. It was honestly pretty intimidating the first couple of times that I attempted to bullet journal. I have never really consistently bullet journaled until August, but in the past I just found that I would put in so much effort into like 1 month and then I wouldn't fill it out ever, and it would just stress me out even more, and then I just wouldn't want to do it. But recently, for some reason, I just all of a sudden got interested in bullet journaling again, and I think the key is knowing and fully understanding that you really don't have to do it if you don't want to. If you really do enjoy it, you will make time for it, and if you're not that type of person, then that's totally fine. I use a Moleskine dotted journal, which I wouldn't really recommend because the size is kind of small, but if you prefer the more compact size, then I'd say go for it. Personally, I find that pens smudge really easily on this type of paper. Oh, BTS! BTS just came out. They look so good, guys. They look so good. Anyways, here I am finishing up the title for the month and cutting it out. For the materials, I used Crayola Super Tips. I find that they are really easy to use. Also, the reason why I write my title on a little note card is because, first of all, my bullet journal kind of bleeds if I sort of layer and do that gradient effect that I did with the title, and also because if I mess up, I won't have to commit to trying to cover up a mistake in my bullet journal, but rather I can just find another note card to write it on. I tried adding little snowflakes into the highlights. If you look very closely, I think it's really cute. I'm also using these pictures of the sky in my bullet journal that I found in a magazine. I don't have a functioning printer, so I just recycle whatever I have left over in magazines. I find that it's more environmentally friendly. I find that it's really fun to get creative finding cutouts in magazines rather than knowing exactly what you're gonna do and print it out. I think that sort of spontaneity adds to the theme of my spread because I never really know what I'm going for, and I think having magazine cutouts sort of guides me in the right direction. Also, I write my titles of the days of the week in Korean because I am studying Korean, and the thing is that whenever I'm learning a language, it's really difficult for me to get a grasp of the days of the week and like the months of the year because I'm just so firm in knowing the English system that it's so difficult for me to actually grasp that sort of system in any other language. Even though it's so essential to learning a language, I just find it really difficult. So I'm sort of integrating more Korean into my bullet journal. So you'll see the titles are in Korean. I also find that it's easier to write the titles in Korean because they're much shorter. Also, here you'll see that I am further decorating my bullet journal with washi tape and stickers. I really like cheesy stickers, like the motivational ones that your teachers would give you if you did well on a test. Those really would get me excited, and I love those stickers so much. But anyways, here I'm adding in the events that I have for the month, and then at the bottom I left a space for goals that I want to set for myself. Speaking of events, I am not mentally prepared to take any of my midterms, but hopefully I will get through this month. if I'm not uploading, I'm probably studying or procrastinating. Either of the two. Most of the time it's just procrastinating, and I'm really sorry about that. But anyways, as you can see, I am doing my habit tracker, and I'm sort of doing that same gradient font. Also, you'll notice that I just didn't know how to spell. I spelled trackers as tracers, so that's really great. But anyways, I find that habit trackers are really freaking great. It sort of reminds me of what I need to work on, as well as motivating me to just fill out each day and make myself more productive. I also find it oddly satisfying to collect personal data and fill in each little square for the day. And as for the habits that I normally track, I have studying Korean, editing, uploading, and if you look at my journal, I have one that says after school. And what I mean by that is that I actually take extra time after school to stay and study, because I feel like when I'm in my room studying, I am just not as productive as I am when I'm at school. And then I have exercise, and then later on I added a journaling tracker, because I wanted to focus a lot on sort of reflecting and writing about my day, and sort of taking that time to write about what happened in my day. And then I have my mood and sleep tracker, where on the x-axis I put the days of the month, and on the y-axis I numbered it 1 through 10 to document the amount of hours of sleep that I get, and also rating my day on a scale of 1 through 10. I think having a sort of chart like this helps me visualize my month in terms of how well rested I am. And instead of doing the gradient font that I did for the other spreads, I took a scrap piece of the sky picture and I actually just used a white pen and wrote in cursive. I thought that the contrast was kind of different from the rest of my spread, so that's what I went for instead. And then I also went in with some washi tape and some stickers to spice it up a little bit. And as for my weekly spread, I use a horizontal layout because I find that I don't use a lot of vertical space, if that makes sense. But I give each day a sort of row, and then I split each day into 2 different sides. One side says do and the other side says do. This is sort of inspired by the planners that I would used to get in elementary school. My school gave out planners to the kids so that we would be well equipped with time management skills, which honestly is not very applicable today because I procrastinate a lot, but we're not going to talk about that. On the do side, I have my tasks, which is on the left, and then the do side on the right, I have the assignments that are due. And then at the bottom corner of each day, I have the classes that I have for that day. And then at the bottom corner of the left page, I have a tiny month at a glance sort of calendar, and I have the week highlighted. I'm actually left with a tiny little space at the very, very bottom of the overall spread, and I leave that for the goals of the week. So just overall tasks that I need to complete for the week. And yeah, that is it for this month's spread. It's kind of minimal. I don't need that many spreads, but yeah, this is the final flip through, and I'm just gonna hand it over to outro me. Okay, wow, it's really bright right now, but I am finally done with my bullet journal. I just hit myself. I am finally done with December's spread. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video. I've never done this kind of video before on my channel, so if you guys like it, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.